All right, hello and welcome. This is Jan Ragnerud, founder of chaosmap.com, for another broadcast. Hey, thank you for coming in here on Media and Marketing on the podcast. Of course, we have some equivalent videos out on YouTube, and we go live, of course, on Facebook as well. But today I'm coming to you from the car. Wanted to get this out here, and I'm going to talk about reminder marketing with video and what that means. Now, reminder marketing is just another way of talking about retargeting marketing. And if you're not familiar with retargeting or remarketing in the Google nomenclature, it's essentially those stalker ads. I sort of hate and love that term, but essentially if you go to a website or engage with a Facebook ad, etc., based on characteristics of your behavior, you can be retargeted, right? So that means you have a level of segmentation that also happens on top of that. So if you visit a website, you can be retargeted from the website. If you visit a Facebook page, you can be retargeted there. If you visit or actually consume a video, depending on percent watched, you can be retargeted there. There's many levels. For instance, you might input your information into a lead form, right? You can be retargeted there. Now, Facebook has really taken this to the next level. Google has these capabilities too. I'm talking about Google, YouTube here, etc. Sort of under that common platform. But we're going to specifically talk about Facebook today and the notion of this reminder marketing concept. And I like the word reminder here. That's where I'm using it, obviously, because retargeting is a sort of discussion of technology and a set of behaviors that you can target, as I mentioned. But I want to really use this conversation today to remind you about a different way of using the traditional funnel. So, in marketing land, it's always, and still is, and works amazingly well. Traffic is driven from the top of the funnel to a landing page, right? There's some level of engagement, a name, email, phone perhaps. Maybe you're capturing something else there. But really, the intention is to, present a tripwire through this squeeze page, to this landing page for people to take action. And again, talk a lot about the customer journey on these broadcasts where, the same content is not going to be presented to a cold top of the funnel audience person or member compared to, bottom of the funnel, right? Where you've been warmed up and, much closer to the organization, the brand, the things that they do as in your business, right? So different content strategies there. But really what I'm talking about is that traditional funnel of click to a landing page, step 2, and step 3, they convert over and get some download or enter into your email funnel, right? Well, this reminder marketing concept with video that I'm talking about today takes this to the next level using technologies that we have available through Facebook and also through this concept of retargeting. And these things can actually be done with a very smart funnel using videos directly through Facebook. So you don't actually need a landing page here to drive this initial traffic, right? And here's how you do it. Basically, what you want to do, instead of the more traditional sort of 15-second quick snapshot of a product flying by on the screen with some music in the background, you actually have a person connecting directly face to camera, right? So the reason for that, of course, as humans, we love to connect with faces. We know what those are. We grew up with that. We were born. That was the first thing we saw after we started whining for a bit coming out of the womb there. But it's something innate to the close to the human brain and to our connection to the world. So somebody speaking on camera, talking about your product, not just a sales pitch, but more of a story-based form, right? So we call that a longer form, story-based format for videos. The fact that you're doing this out the gate also shows personalization. Not a faceless brand or a corporation that sits behind their walls and not connecting out. It's basically somebody who is personally connecting, as I said, somebody who's speaking directly to the camera, somebody who really is trying to educate, trying to improve the listeners or watchers, the viewers' life through education, through information, through entertainment, through a story-based long-form video, right? So let's go through this for a moment then. So the first video out the gate would be something that you'd present to somebody that you met in a coffee shop, right? Or at the airport, waiting in the lounge, right? You don't go for the sales pitch. You don't pull out your business card and say, hey, I'm in insurance. What are you in? Give me a call, right? It's totally the wrong approach. In fact, here's where the dating model comes into play, where you don't go for the kiss the first night or the first meeting within 5 minutes, right? This is a elongated journey that is based on building trust, credibility, knowledge, information, and also what is the next step, right? So, well, that first video, maybe that is a 1 to 3 minute video of somebody speaking about the product or the services, education, information, entertainment, as I said, and they are now a step into the funnel here. In fact, now you have the ability to retarget those using percent watched. So in video number 2, you would present the next sequence in that funnel, right? So you're building, again, the know, like, and trust through this because you're using the face connection, the human connection. And you may simply say, okay, from the first video, I want to retarget 25% of the people who watched that. Now, what's interesting here in terms of creating that actual content, you want to make sure that you get your brand name, URL or landing page or whatever next action you want them to take early on, because obviously people are thumb scrolling all day long. Pattern interrupts, all of that stuff belongs to this discussion. But you want to make sure that you don't talk about your products and wares and 2 minutes in you mention the brand or the product, right? You want this early out the gate so that is sort of a seed into their mind. And also what's interesting is you can time the videos such that if you are really going for a sort of mini pitch or a mini positioning statement that really encourages a next action, and that happens at the 25% mark. So whatever that is from a 1 minute video, right, or a 2 minute video, well, that becomes the retargeting point for all of those people who watch to that particular location in the video, right? So all of these things are very smart, well-designed retargeting strategies based on content and that storyline, right? Because you obviously want a great hook in the ad, in the first sort of attention grabber. I talk a lot about the attention getting, aspects of marketing on the broadcast. So you want that, right? But then you certainly want the ability to connect to the right audience through this retargeting mechanism. Okay, so we covered step number 1. We covered step number 2 in presenting essentially a follow-up video that continues that storyline. And this is where the 25% who watched the prior video now gets a continuation of that storyline in terms of going a little deeper, right? So this would be, now considered more of a warmer. So if the first one was a cold audience, this one now is a warmer audience. Now you need to create a storyline that actually gives them more authentic, information about, testimonials, maybe product demonstrations, case studies, results, etc. So you put that out in video number 2, and that may actually be even a little bit longer, right? So this is where you can do A/B testing inside Facebook, and you can see what's actually working. Now that retargeting strategy gets pushed into video number 3. Again, we like to use the 1, 2, 3 approach. It works so well for so much, but you may decide that, hey, this is working so well, we don't need a video 3. We're getting the right people to take action in video number 2. And the reason why this is working for you is, of course, the marketplace. You may have had a good retargeting list already through email lists and such that you had uploaded. But also, it's because you have a really great story. You have a really great connection with your audience through that story, and you've created something fun and entertaining, because we definitely don't want boring. Skip that entire thing. So, and then finally, the third video, just sort of to complete this funnel exercise here, you want to make sure that that essentially ends up in all of these, if that's your choice, push them out to the product on your commerce site like Shopify, and get them to move through the funnel, through that aspect of the actual websites, the cart, the checkout, etc. Retargeting also for those, but ultimately that's kind of the model of reminder marketing. And I call it that, reminder marketing with video, because essentially what you're doing is you're educating, you're informing, you're entertaining, as I said, you're creating a strong bond through that face-to-camera connection. But you're not doing the traditional, hey, enter your email and you get stuff. Email is not dead by any means, but boy, I can tell you those open rates or click-through rates have gone way down, at least for us. So the fact that we're using video, of course, is a great medium for creating, interaction and connection. Pictures, obviously, a very valuable strategy still. But if you can use video and use it in a very natural, informative, educational way, that really helps your audience, creates goodwill in the marketplace. You're going to get likes, you're going to get shares, you're going to get comments. This is a great strategy to really remind them, to kind of nudge them to take the next step, instead of this a little bit more sort of direct marketing, force-fed landing page, enter your name and email, and we'll push you through, or even just direct to a product page, right? So this is a broadcast today is really to have you think about using more video in your campaigns, but use it strategically. By the way, there was one thing that I didn't mention. For all of those folks who actually took action and went to the second video there, you want to make sure that you exclude them. There's an exclusion option or strategy that you can use with retargeting, so you don't keep showing the same ads to the same people, right? So you keep it fresh, and that allows you to push these people through this sort of imaginary or virtual funnel through using videos. Very smart strategy. So keep the hook strong always, right? Get that attention. Get a storyline that's personal, that's informative, educational. Keep repeating that here, and face to camera. And that you have obviously call to actions that are inviting and direct throughout this series. And then consider using both conversion campaigns, PPE campaigns, and even video view campaigns, and look at building the social proof with common post IDs. And this gets more technical in the Facebook realm, but that's how you do it. And I actually have a previous broadcast on how exactly you do that on the media and marketing. So going fast here in the car today, just wanted to get this out there. Reminder marketing with video, and I call it reminder because, again, it's not shoving it down their throat. It's like a nudging kind of effect. It's informative, and you can do really well. And by the way, here's where many people would say, man, I got this. This is great. Yes, we'll do it. But I don't have a strong video production team. I don't have a lot of dollars I want to put at this initially. I'd like to test it first. That's fine. In fact, that is very fine. If you pause this or you don't take action on it because you don't feel you have the right video crew or the technology behind it, then you're perhaps missing the biggest opportunity of all. The thing that you hold in your hand, the iPhone, or whichever device you're using there, just literally put it up on a stand, outside. It can be a little harsh in the sun, right? But get some pleasant lighting. Make sure that it's quiet and no noise around you. You could literally use the mic just on the phone if you can connect it to a direct mic to your chest or like a lapel pin, whatever. That's great, but just go do it and test it. You can start small and you can scale up, but make sure you map this out. Don't just record a couple of videos, map it out, write it down, kind of script the overall scenario for these story-based outlines, and then go for it. And then if you want to scale this up and do a more sort of involved job, hey, reach out to chaosmap.com. That's basically our website at the agency. We do creative work and ad work, of course, as I talked about. Our main thing is we want to help you acquire customers, clients, patients, whichever industry you're in. So urge you to go to chaosmap.com as well. But either way, just want to get this out. There's so much exciting things, so many exciting things happening in our industry. And if you've never checked out videos on Facebook to any certain degree, and this sort of nudging reminder marketing concept using videos, then definitely get into this. It's working extremely well right now, and I think that I'm seeing a pattern of this in terms of the industry at large, of people are gonna getting more sick and tired of the traditional way of operating. And of course, we as humans, we like fresh, new, exciting, and something that really helps us, right? That's hey, that was actually really helpful. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I thank you for listening, for sharing, commenting, and yeah, if you have any questions, you can also shoot an email over to support@chaosmap.com, and we'll see you later, guys and gals. Thank you.